Hey crypto fans, thanks for joining me here on Altcoin Radar. Today guys, I'm going to show you exactly how Ethereum can rise to $10,000 or how Solana can reach $1,000 or how Cardano can reach $10. So, and as always guys, if you enjoy the content that I create, then go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up, because why not, right? And also guys, hey, feel free to follow me here on Twitter as well. I like to talk about altcoins and NFTs all day long, so if you're into that sort of thing, hey, go ahead, give me a follow. All right guys, so we are going to see exactly how Ethereum can get to $10,000, how Solana can get to $1,000, and how Cardano can get to $10. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I obviously can't see the future. There's no magic ball behind me. I can't tell you exactly for sure how this is going to happen, but hey, I can give you my opinion. So that's what I'm doing today. All right, guys. So as we all know, Ethereum, Ethereum's been through it's been through quite the block. It's a very established smart contract network. Okay, I mean, it is the very first. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the first smart contract platform out there, and which has allowed it to grow to exponential numbers to where it is today. I mean, guys, there was a time where Ethereum was trading for less than $10 at one point in time. Okay, and now we're sitting at over $4,000. Okay, It's gone from less than $10 to over $4,000. There's no reason why it can't get to 10,000. So, but we're gonna check that out. I'll check that out in a couple minutes here. So as we can see here, you guys, on Asset Dash, obviously Bitcoin's sitting here less than $1 trillion right now, sitting at number 7. But as we can also see, you guys, Ethereum is also on here, sitting at a market cap of roughly $520 million, which is more than JP Morgan Chase, more than Visa, more than Johnson & Johnson, more than Home Depot, more than Samsung and Walmart, more than Bank of America. Ethereum is a Ethereum is huge, okay? It's enormous. There's a lot of people using it. There's a lot of platforms that are have their money going straight through Ethereum on a daily basis, and it's only going to continue to grow more and more and more. In addition, guys, everything, with the whole layer one ecosystem with all the high gas fees and stuff like that, and network congestion and whatnot, that's another thing to talk about as well. I'm not going to go through and sit here and talk about it, because it would go through it, like, it'd give me like a 45-minute video. Nobody wants to sit through that. But here's the thing. Layer 2s are definitely going to help Ethereum get to a price point of $10,000. And the reason why is because, gas prices are going to be a lot lower, which is the number one thing that is hindering people from entering Ethereum right now. I mean, me personally, I don't want to sit there. I don't want to spend, $100+ to make a transaction on Ethereum's network. Layer 2 solutions like, for instance, like Immutable X with NFTs and stuff like that, they're aiming to definitely bring those fees down and make things a lot more scalable and a lot easier to use for investors. So personally, you guys, in my personal opinion, I think with layer 2 solutions, as much as I really don't like Ethereum myself personally, hey, I might have to start eventually liking it, because if those fees end up coming down at some point in time dramatically, I'm definitely going to be buying in, because that's a huge win for me personally. But let's see here, guys, real quick. Let's get out the calculator here real quick, and let's see what can happen here. So obviously the circulating supply right now, at the time of filming this right now, is $118 million. Okay, now that's not the number I'm going to use for this. Okay, I'm going to use a number of just because we're talking about future use here, I'm just going to go with probably 130 million. Okay, so we'll take 130 million for our circulating supply. So 130,000 million, that's 130 million, right? Yep, 130 million. We're gonna go ahead and multiply that by $10,000. 10, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's going to give us roughly a market cap of over $1 trillion. So if Ethereum reaches, $10,000, you guys, it's going to take its market cap over $1 trillion. Okay, now, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, that's not possible. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But again, guys, I go back to this whole point of, 2016 era, Ethereum was trading for, $10, $12, a lot less than that. Even back then, before 2015, less than $1. So, I mean, to say that it can't go from 4,300 to 10,000 is like saying in 2015 that it can't go from $1.20 to over $1,000. I mean, it can definitely happen. It already has happened. So it's just going to take time, and it's going to it's going to take a lot more scalable solutions for it on Ethereum's sake. So it's definitely possible, and I personally definitely think it's going to happen. And again, here's Ethereum's layer 2 ecosystem so far. Obviously it's growing more and more on a daily basis, and it's going to continue to grow as well. People just love Ethereum. So, all right, guys. So that is personally why I think Ethereum can easily hit $10,000 in the long term. Now we're going to move on to Solana. Okay, Solana is a beast of its own. Okay, Solana has literally grown like crazy. Okay, I mean, let's take a look at this real quick. All right, before 2020. Okay, I'm filming this on December 8th of 2021, and we're looking at the chart all the way back from like May of 2020, June of 2020, literally about a year and a half ago. This thing was trading for less than $1, you guys. And back then, nobody ever would have ever thought that Solana was going to go from less than $1 up to over $200 at one point in time. Okay, I mean, Solana, you guys, Solana's got an all-time high right now of $260. Okay, that is insane. All right, I mean, just to see where we were at, over a year ago, less than $1 to where we are now, that is nuts. Clearly, your ROI has been crazy so far. Overall, guys, Solana is one of those projects where it's got very, 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 very low fees. In fact, I just used it the other day, and to transfer $5,000 worth of SOL, it literally costed me 0.0003 cents. I mean, you can't beat that. If I were to do that with Ethereum, it would have costed me several $100s just to do it. So, I mean, Ethereum layer 1 solutions. But, on Solana, super quick, super fast, super cheap. So it just goes to show it's going to continue to grow more and more and more. And the Solana NFT ecosystem isn't, it's another beast on its own. That's the whole thing. That's pretty much what's driving Solana right now. All of these NFTs and DeFi solutions that are coming out on Solana. As you guys can see, it's got over 1 million people watching it. It is a huge project, and it's going to continue to grow for the long term. Now, as far as pricing goes, you guys, let's see real quick where this could potentially go. So Solana, the total supply is obviously going to continue to increase. It's built to increase. It's going to continue to increase as years go on. So obviously, a total supply right now is 510 million, but the circulating supply is 307 million. So I personally believe, in the long term, I'm going to say like maybe 3 years from now, maybe 4 years from now, next bull run possibly, next big bull run. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not a magician. So, but I can tell you that when it does happen again, obviously the circulating supply is going to be a lot higher than where it's at right now. So I'm going to go ahead for the sake of, this video and for the sake of the number that I'm going to use. I'm just going to go ahead with like 350 million. Okay, so we'll take 350 million and we're going to multiply that by 1,000. Okay, $1,000. Okay, that means we are going to have, Solana is going to have it, if it ever reached a price point of $1,000, which is totally possible, because it's going to continue to grow more and more and more, you guys. It's going to come out with roughly a market cap of around $350 billion. Now, I know you guys are looking at the current market cap and you're thinking, okay, it's 58.6 million right now. How is it going to go to 350 billion? Oh, sorry, the market cap right now is 58.6 billion, not million. Well, here's the thing, you guys. I mean, like I said, things continue to grow more and more and more as things grow. As it grows, more and more money is going to enter the market. The more and more money that enters the market, more and more money enters Solana ecosystem, the more Solana is going to grow, just like Ethereum, just like I showed you in the past with Ethereum prices. Now, again, guys, if Solana reaches, upwards of $350 billion market cap someday, it's still going to be less than where Ethereum's at right now, which, obviously it could go higher. I mean, you just never know, you guys. You really never know. But I personally believe that Solana can easily go to, at least $1,000 in the long term, for sure, no problem. As we can see here, you guys, the ecosystem, I posted this the other day on Twitter, actually. Thanks for Coin98 Analytics here. They show images of all of, of literally everything in their ecosystem. I mean, look, they've got tons of NFTs, okay? I mean, think of how much money that's flowing through all of these NFT projects. It's insane. So we got all of these NFT projects, and then we've got, all of these other different projects and stuff like that. And then here we've got even more And we've got even more, okay? I mean, look at all these DEXs, for instance, all the wallets, lending and borrowing protocols. I mean, there's just so many projects built in the Solana ecosystem. Actually, the last time I looked, there are over 500 projects on Solana right now, which is awesome to see and awesome to hear. Overall, guys, Solana is going to continue to grow. It's here to stay for the long term, and it's going to continue to grow. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whether you do or don't like it, it definitely has the potential to reach $1,000 sometime long term. All right, guys. Now, the the elephant in the room, the big project that everybody has been talking about lately that, they don't think is going to go high, don't think it's going to do much. Everybody's calling it a stable coin. We are talking about Cardano right now, okay? Now, there is so much negative sentiment around Cardano right now, it's not even funny. And, for good reason. I can see why. There's a lot of people that only invest into cryptocurrency because they want to, they want to make money. So when they see that the price is going down or they see that it's just stable and not really doing anything, they automatically think to themselves, oh, that's a stable coin. It's not doing anything. It sucks. They don't have a working product. They don't have, they don't have anything. And you know what? There's a lot of projects that didn't have anything. I mean, look at Ethereum. I mean, look at Ethereum before it had a bunch of DeFi protocols that started showing up on its network. I mean, Ethereum was nothing at one point in time, and then it just took off. I mean, look at Solana. It was nothing at one time. Then it just took off. Look at Avalanche at one time. It was nothing. Then all these protocols started showing up on its network and it took off. Same thing's going to happen to Cardano, you guys. I mean, right now is the time to be buying into it. Right now is not the time to be talking crap about it. Right now is the time to be buying in because it has not taken off yet. It will eventually take off just like all the others have. And that's the thing. We'll take a look at Cardano's ecosystem right here real quick, just to show you, give you a general idea. So we saw the ecosystem map of all the projects on Solana and, Ethereum layer 2 so far. Cardano is still small in comparison to those projects, okay? I mean, this is all Cardano's got for right now. I mean, there's clearly less than 200 projects on here probably, and it's going to continue to grow more and more long term. And as it does, the price of Cardano is only going to rise with it. So that's personally how I look at it. You're still very early into it. People who are, clearly the people, in my opinion, people who are, talking smack about it are clearly the types of people who they either bought it all-time high and they ended up selling for a loss, which, by the way, that's your problem if that's you. And hey, that's not how you do things here. So personally, you guys, let's see where Cardano would be at if it went to $10. So the thing about Cardano is it does have a hard max supply, okay, of 45 billion tokens, all right? Now, obviously, when Cardano goes up to something like $10, I mean, obviously it's going to have, the circulating supply is going to be a lot higher than where it's at right now. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and use like 38 billion tokens, okay? So which is 5 billion more than what it's at right now. So we'll go with 38 billion, 38,000, 38 million, 38 billion, and we are going to multiply it by $10, okay? By $10, and we are going to come out with a market cap of roughly $380 billion, you guys. Now again, here's going to show this, you guys. Ethereum's currently at $524 billion, okay? Solana, when it took off like crazy, it didn't really reach, obviously levels of $320-some billion, but in the long term, you guys, it definitely can. Solana definitely can get up there, as we just talked about in the past a little bit. And, the same thing goes with Cardano as well. As Cardano, like I said earlier, guys, Cardano has not taken off yet. And, the reason why is because, yeah, it really doesn't have much built on it yet. But, as it does more and more people are going to put their money into it. More people are going to put money through their projects, as we saw recently. Sunday Swaps testnet, went live, and people are loving it. It's working out great. So, hey, I know it's going to take a lot of big projects, but hey, every smart contract project, every one of them starts somewhere, okay? And, like I said before, Ethereum was there at one point in time, Solana was there at one point in time, Avalanche was there at one point in time, Terra Luna was there at one point in time. All the big smart contract projects, they were all there at one point in time, you guys. And then they just took off, I mean, and that's exactly what's going to happen with Cardano at some point in time. I don't see any reason why it can't get to a $80 billion market cap in the long term. Again, guys, I'm not talking about tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen next week. But for those of you who are buying early and want to be into it for the long term and who want to actually see, something come out of it good in the long term, now's a really good time to buy. You should not be sleeping on this for the long term. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Honestly, I just wanted to show you exactly why I would think that Ethereum would get to 10,000. Why Ethereum's actually got, potential to go a lot higher than 10,000. And then why Solana can go to 1,000 and why Cardano can go to $10. So, I'm pretty sure I made my points clear. If you guys got any questions about it or anything like that, hey, feel free to ask me on Twitter. I'm available on Twitter all day long, every day, so feel free to reach out, whatever. But all right, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video, so I'll go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, guys, hey, before you guys leave, again, don't forget to follow me on Twitter here with the link in the video description down below. And also, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and take a minute to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a daily basis. And hey, guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos or chatting with me here on Twitter.